morning, Kevin here, and look who's with me. It's Mr. Croser from Cumbria.
You may need an interpreter to speak to me, but I'll speak slowly so you can understand what I'm saying. How's that?
That sounds fine to me.
Yep, cool.
So today we are doing a little bit of a touristy trip sort of thing to introduce Robert to some of the different areas that we've got here in the south. And he's already said that it's different to up north.
Very, very different.
And the first thing he said yesterday when he arrived, it's too hot.
It is.
He's telling me just now that the hottest they've had it so far this year is 32 degrees. And anybody that lives in the south knows what the temperatures we were, up to 40. So
no, that's for abroad, not for here.
Not for here, yeah. So the first trip today, first part of our outing is I've brought Robert to Hindhead in Surrey, and we are going to be doing a walk a long part of the old A3, but we are at the Punch Bowl at Hindhead. So we are walking up this way now, just up this lane, and I'm taking Robert up to see where the Gibbet is, and so he can see the views from there, and anybody that knows this part of the country knows just how stunning it is up here. So we're walking along this sort of wooded pathed area, different trees all around us, but I'm sure when we get up the top this is going to be a view. Robert's used to hills, big hills.
It's a trifle flat, Kevin.
It's flat according to Robert.
It's flat.
So we're negotiating this cattle grid at the moment, and we've done that without breaking any bones. So we're going to carry on up here, and there's one or two points along this route that I've got to try and remember to show Robert when we get there. Robert and I have got to the first point that I wanted to show Robert, and that's this plaque on the ground. And what that is, it says the A3 Hindhead Tunnel is 65 metres or 213 feet below this point. So that gives you an idea of where we are, roughly. Still walking along this lane.
I can't believe a road run under here.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Amazing. So Robert and I, we've not walked very far, and just in front of us now is the second bit I wanted to show Robert, and that is the Sailor's Stone, which is here, and it tells you the history of the Sailor's Stone, and that's just here. All that there. So I'll just come round here and show you the stone itself. And it says here, so it's got
a gravestone, obviously, isn't it?
Yeah. But this was erected in the
1785.
1785.
September the 24th.
That's it. Glad Robert can read that, because my eyesight is going blurry already. So that's the stone, and there is a lot of history behind this. I believe it was moved at one point from one place to here, but it just, and this is the views we got straight across the valley of the Punch Bowl.
Stone was erected by order something at the cost of James Stilwell, Esquire of Cosford, 1786.
Yeah. But I will put a description up in video about what this is all about here. Well, I've got him here. I've got him to the Gibbet, although I did miss the turning earlier on. And we came up a different route, which I was getting lost. So yeah, so we're on the Gibbet now, and we've got the views across the valleys just in front of us. Let me show you these. Beautiful, look at that.
Admittedly, it's very nice. Yes, it's what a tourist would say is typical English.
Typical English.
Like a foreign tourist, an American or Japanese or whatever. It's what you would think English countryside looks like.
Exactly.
Patchwork,
yeah,
fields.
Yeah.
small wooded copse.
That's it.
The odd little village out there, maybe the odd hill.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a billiard table compared to what I'm used to.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah. But the one thing that is happening, and whether National Trust would do anything about it, is all these little saplings are growing up, and they're going to become very, very big trees. And of course, the views will just disappear.
Yeah, I would imagine they would pollard them.
Yeah,
cut them back.
That's it. Yeah. So we've now got to go away to our left-hand side, and I've got to show Robert the Celtic cross, which is the Gibbet stone.
A hill.
Yeah.
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 Ah, this is what you were on about.
This is the Gibbet. Yeah.
Well, it couldn't be anything else.
No, not really.
No.
No. So here we are. This is the Gibbet stone with the Celtic cross at the top. Let me just tilt that up and show you that there. And this is the site where they say that the original gibbet was. Just here.
Well, they always put them on side of roads to warn potential, especially around here.
Yeah.
Highwaymen.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
They would hang them.
Yeah.
Cover them in tar.
Yeah.
Put them in a cage and just leave them to rot.
That's it. Exactly.
Leave them to the birds and animal foxes and stuff.
That's
it. Just pick the bones clean.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. Bit gruesome, Robert. Bit gruesome.
Yeah, yeah. They certainly knew how to tell people off back then.
They did, didn't they? Yeah, yeah. Well, I've got Robert now down onto here, which is this, and this is the part of the old A3. Going that way, Portsmouth. Going that way, London. But this is the view that we've got here at the moment, and it's just beautiful. Massive, you can see it's just masses and massive oak trees all through the valley, and it's a stunning place to come. So
natural amphitheatre,
isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, absolutely beautiful. So we've got to head back along this way now.
You can imagine a stagecoach coming through here.
Yes,
back in the 17th century.
Yes, exactly.
Rattling along.
Yeah,
guy sitting on the top with a blunderbuss looking out the highway.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. But I was telling Robert just now that when they talked about doing the A3 tunnel between Portsmouth and London, and as I mentioned earlier on, we were 213 feet or whatever it was above the deepest part of the tunnel. But what they wanted to do was return this back to nature as quickly as possible, and all the soil that was dug out of the tunnel was deposited up here, and they said the program was for it to return to nature in about 12 years, and I believe it was actually 5 years that actually happened.
You'd never guess.
You wouldn't, would you?
No, you'd never guess. If you didn't tell me, I'd never know.
Yeah, exactly. And as I said to you just now, the amount of times I drove this, and this bit was a bit of a coming into a dual carriageway when we get onto the very sharp corner, and it was a dual carriageway, very short piece, but sure enough it was there. But yeah, and it just seems strange that where I drove, I'm now walking on.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Yeah, very strange. And we've got, as you can see here, to our left and right, lots and lots of gorse, which is what this is natural for it to come back to. But it's very muggy now.
It is,
isn't it?
Very close.
Yeah,
very close.
Yeah,
the whiteness of the road here.
Yeah,
it's reflecting back onto us.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
quite.
Yes, it's almost not repressive, but it's it's making it much harder.
Yes, it's making the air a bit not thinner but thicker. It's breathings. You have to take stronger breaths.
Definitely do. Yep. And you can see all the teasels. These are teasels.
We don't. Where I am, my part of the world, these are planted in people's gardens, ornamental.
Are they?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never seen them like this.
Yeah.
Where I am.
Yeah.
They're grown in gardens. You can buy them in garden centres, believe it or not.
Exactly.
And I believe they used to use this for felt mate. You know.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, they're to what do you I can't remember the word for it. To like smooth the felt out.
Yeah, yeah.
Natural teasels.
Yeah, yeah.
Dry them out and away you go. Get all the fluff and what have you.
They are lovely and rough. Yeah. Well, Robert and I have now come off of what was the old, well, we're still on it, but we've come through the gate from the old A3, and just here in front of us, which I've only seen once before, just recently, is this. And it's got the Celtic cross there.
Yeah, wheel cross.
And there's a leg, and there's an arm, looks like it to me.
I think it's supposed to be maybe a road worker or a quarry worker or something.
Could possibly be, Robert.
That looks like it's a shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Could be a quarry worker.
Yeah, let's have a look around the other side and see what we've got this side. That's a face, isn't it?
Head, yeah. Almost be. I think that is maybe a sphinx or what do you call them? Manticore.
Yeah.
Man's face, if you look, it's got horns.
Oh, that's exactly right. Yes, when you look at it from this angle.
Yeah. Is there a local flag round here that has a mythical beast?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Because that's a wing.
Yeah, could be. Absolutely. Yeah.
Head, horns,
yeah.
human face.
Yeah.
I think it's either a manticore or a hippogriff or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to be some kind of mythical animal.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. That's very well spotted, Robert. It's actually.
See it?
One. Well, Robert and I are by this sculpture. Sculpture, yeah. Sculpture. Robert thinks it is a
manticore.
A manticore. He has picked out the different bits, the face, the wings, the arms, the tails, everything. And as we've said in our videos before, Cynthia, Steve and I, it's a question of looking at what you've got, doing a bit of detective work, and then using your old brain to try and work it out. And I think Robert's worked that out really, really well.
Different pair of eyes.
Different pair of eyes, exactly.
Ram's horn,
yeah.
The face isn't quite human.
Yeah.
Wings, the body's like a law, slung like a lion, which a manticore is part lion.
Yep.
And it's got a long scorpion snaky tail.
Yep.
That's not hair,
no.
That's a sting, like
Yep.
on a scorpion's tail.
Yep.
And there's the wing at the other side, it's holding across, it's maybe heraldry.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so this is the end of our first walk, and
it's got a gimbal.
Yeah, if you come around this way, mate.
Yeah.
And so I'm, producer, moving the cast into positions and stuff like that.
He looks like Cecil B. DeMille.
Yeah. Is it producer or director?
Cecil B. DeMille,
Yeah,
he's a director.
Yeah.
Did all those epics, didn't he?
That's it, yeah. I do epics as well. Anyway, this will be Kevin and Robert from the Manticore at Hindhead at the Punch Bowl saying bye-bye, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. 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 If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to follow, like and subscribe to Kevin's Rambles.